มาต่อเนื่องกันเลยดีกว่านะคะตอนนี้วิทยากรของเราท่านที่2ส่งตรงมาจากอิตาลีนะคะพร้อมอยู่ด้านหน้าเวทีนี้แล้วนะคะท่านเป็น guest speaker ที่มีประสบการณ์สูงมากนะคะแล้วก็รับรางวัลมามากมายที่เกี่ยวข้องกับเรื่องของการจัดงานในระดับประเทศแล้วก็ระดับนานาชาติไม่ว่าจะเป็นรางวัล Crystal Award ในปี 2011 นะคะสำหรับ Best Motivational Event in Europe ค่ะแล้วก็ยังมีรางวัล Site Champion of the Year Award ในปี 2012 ด้วยนะคะท่านเป็น Creative Director และ Chief Experience Designer จาก Azimut นั่นเองก็คือ Mr. Dario Cherubino ค่ะ Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our second guest speaker, the recipient of numerous awards including the 2011 Crystal Award for Best Motivational Events in Europe and many more, Mr. Dario Cherubino. Could you please?
Welcome. It was a long time ago that I've started to believe this ancient Japanese saying. It's Ichigo Ichi-e. It can be roughly translated into one life, one meeting, or it happens just once in your life. It teaches you to cherish any meeting, any gathering, because it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Meanwhile, in the other part of the world, the ancient Greeks told the story of Sisyphus. He was a man who challenged the gods and was so punished to roll a huge rock up a hill just to watch it fall down again and again, day after day, for all the eternity. So we have to cherish the meeting, and we have to avoid repetition. But if you go wherever in the world, and you go to meetings, they are almost all the same. They look the same. We need to improve our design to make it unique and to take into account the user experience, the participants of the event. Otherwise, the event will just not work, just like that road. People will take another way. So, what do participants want? This is the question, the real question. What do participants want? They want your event to be true, engaging, novel, and social. I will explain it. But because the best way to have a good idea is to have a lot of ideas, I'm to present you about 18, 90 different ideas from events all over the world, just to show you what I'm talking about. Let's start. Make it true. True is about unicity. Is about the real soul of a destination, of a place, of an event, of a gala dinner, or whatever. Sometimes you are so lucky to live in an iconic place, to have an iconic monuments like this one. For example, you know it's in Rome, of course, the Colosseum. And if you look at this picture, you know you are in Paris. If you look at this one, you are in Gotham City, of course. Sometimes, for example, your destination doesn't have an iconic monument like this, but maybe you can rely on an old tradition. You see this keyhole? I took this picture in Antwerp, in Belgium. This is a very special kind of keyhole. And you know why it is made this way? It was made for drunk people. The slide at the side are because when you are drunk, you can put the key in the keyhole. So you can use the slides to guide the key into the keyhole. It's fun. When people go to Antwerp, they will look for this. And they will remember the story. Sometimes you don't have an old tradition. In this case, in Wrocław, Poland, they made a new one. In 2001, they started to spread this dwarf all around the city. Each dwarf is related to a story, to a legend, to a job, to something special. You have to believe me, this is one of the main touristic attraction of the place. People will look for them. There are hundreds, they want to find them out. There is also a search engine hub for the iPhone, for example, just for the dwarfs. People love it. You can make it. The most fun thing about being true is that you don't have, it doesn't have to be a positive truth. It can be a negative one. In this example, you see the Hans Brinker Budget Hotel. The Hans Brinker Budget Hotel is an hotel in Amsterdam, and it's horrible. It's really horrible. They tried to make some advertising, but they didn't succeed until they found the Kessel Kramer. It is an agency, very important, and they told them, trust me, do what I say. And they are actually advertising the place as the worst hotel in the world. The worst one. So, for example, this is one of their advertising. Sorry for being excellent in losing your luggage. Or, it can't get any worse, but we'll do our best. Or, now a door in every room. Or, now free toilet flushing. This is a unique way to advertise a place, a location, and it works. There's a lot of people that want to go there just so they can tell the people, I've been in the worst hotel in the world. You won't believe me, but there are other hotels in the world that are trying to do the same, telling people I'm worse, that I'm much worse than the budget hotel in Amsterdam. Being truth is also about being almost true. It's about the stereotypes, okay? You can use the stereotypes. For example, here you can see the Italian stereotypes, what you expect to see. It's about familiarity, what people expect to see in that occasion. And we are not just talking about the place, of course. We are talking about any kind of things related to the meeting industry, even a gala dinner, a team night, a team event. What do you expect to see? Do something more, do one step further. I show you some examples from real events. This was made at the Super Bowl. These are just the hostess, and they were dressed like referee because they are connected to the team. Pretty easy. Doesn't cost that much, but makes the event unique. You will remind them. And this one, these are not actors, these are not artists, these are the ballet drivers. They are the drivers that will bring the person to the party. The party was, of course, themed on Alice in Wonderland, and the drivers were the rabbits. The theme was the sea. And of course, what's most iconic than the sirens, mermaids. You can have mermaids. You know you can rent professional mermaids now all over the world? I show you. She's a professional mermaid in a way. But in some other place, of course, that you can find this kind of things. Because these sails, you can buy them also online, allow you to swim. Okay. I do think that's enough. You can imagine this mermaid in a pool during a meeting party, just serving drinks. People will remind it. Okay, make it engaging. Engaging is about active participation. Neurosciences proved that our brains are lazy. If they are not doing something actively, our brains just switch off. Let's do an experiment. Can I ask you to give a round of applause? Clap your hands, please, all together. Okay. That's enough. Okay, even this small kind of active participation is enough to make your brain fizzle and switch on again. Look at that guy, was almost sleeping, now he's alive, okay? It's a miracle. It's a real miracle. And what can we do to make the experience more active? We can do a lot of things, of course. I showed you a few examples just to inspire you. This was during an exhibition. They wanted to show new collection of clocks, and this was the idea. Just a screen, you can touch it to choose and see the details. Very easy, perfect to make them active. Same technology on a table. They can choose the food. Low technology. This was an activation in New York, and it was a shop. They wanted to make the people inside the shop more active, and they produced a mini golf course inside the shop. People loved it. This was Dell's convention. Dell's, of course, is a producer of computer technology, and they made something really low-tech. Some games to make people feel active. In the free time, just play with the other persons. Fun, easy, low cost. This was the Fashion Week. At the Fashion Week in Milan, they made this camera, and you were asked to fill it with your face. At the end, you have a great canvas with all the faces, and it helps a lot to make the people feel like they are part of the event community. You can also use this kind of thing, for example, for a follow-up. You can send the printing. You can use it for the gala dinner somewhere. It works. It's pretty easy. It costs almost nothing. It's just the idea. Again, to technology. These are some special kind of bracelets with lights that can pulse and change colors. And these are made by Pixmob in this case, but you can find different kinds. And they are controlled wireless. So you can, I show you. You can use it to make the people feel like they are part of an active part of the experience. At the end, you can also give the bracelets a great souvenir. The balls are made with the same technology. They can all pulse together, change color, do a lot of things. Okay, that's enough. And, well, any kind of activity in the kitchen is perfect to engage the persons. People love food and wine. They love it. If you can do something with them, cooking lessons or whatever, it's great. Sport activities, in this case with inflatables. Sometimes something like this, sometimes you can do something really strange, like a hamster ball racing. Pick a few persons, put them inside this kind of Zorb balls, and they can race one against the other. Great fun for them, and especially for the other people looking. More or less it's the same. It's a soccer made with Zorb balls. Perfect for a very small group. You got a small group, you want to make them have a real moment of engagement. I show you how it works. Pretty easy. completely safe. You won't believe me, woman loves it more than men. And are more aggressive. Okay. I think it's enough. Okay. Other ways to make people engaged. Other kind of activities. What about art? For example, you can make something like this. Divide the people, different groups. Each group produces a canvas, and all the canvas together form a big picture. There are some, of course, different experiences that you can do. I show you an idea that I really loved. It was made by artists, so it's not an event, a meeting industry event, but you can copy. Be inspired, I want to say, be inspired. In this version, it's also a sort of pixel painting. All you need is just some glass and food coloring and as much people as you can. Of course, you want to do something as complex as this, but imagine doing a giant logo, for example, for your client. Okay, you won't do something this complex, of course, but this potential is limitless. Okay, now to make it novel. Novel is about curiosity. It's about interrupting the patterns. It's about the unexpected. You need to make things novel. You need it. You remember the story about Sisyphus? Repetition is bad. Moreover, we have found out that not only does a novel experience seems to capture our attention, it appears to be an essential need of the brain. It's an essential need of the brain. You need it. Your guests need it. The participants of your event need new things. Otherwise it will be boring. What can we do? Okay, first thing, think about unconventional seating. You can use other shapes. You can use other kind of chairs, for example. About other kind of chairs. You can use something like this, for example. These are the Flux chair. It's a foldable chair. You can give them at the guest. They can choose where to open it. Just do it. And they can also bring it home. It's a great souvenir. Completely impromptu. It's also engaging. Active participation. Similar, the bookniture. It's furniture hidden in a book. Looks like a book. It's not. I show you. I'm not suggesting you to buy everything, okay? It's just some ideas to help you generate new ideas, other ideas. This is pretty easy. It works. I got one in my office. Novel about centerpiece, for example. Look that table runner. It was completely made with pictures. Think about an anniversary, a celebration, a company celebration. Having something like this with all the pictures from different important company moments or from the brand or whatever, it can be great, a great way. It's also a great way to engage people. They will look at it. Or using something completely unexpected like grass. Or something, if you can, related to the topic. For example, in this case, the National Geographic had a party. The topic was the melting of the glaciers, and the centerpiece was made out of ice. So it was really melting during the dinner. Or you can add some small special touches like this one. You see the flowers seems like floating in the water. They are not. There are small vases. This is a Japanese design. And it's completely invisible. Seems like there are waves. This is the tip. This is a gimmick. It's wonderful. Imagine to put this in a pool, for example, or in a vase or whatever. Make it novel. Make it novel also with the brand. You can find new way to show the brand. This was made for Rio. It just sand. Or in this case, the logo was made out in gravels, just pebbles. Pretty easy. Cost nothing. Nothing. You can do it yourself. Just print, use the pebbles of the right colors, of course, on the print, and people will believe you are an artist. Easy. But make it novel. It's a novel way. Or the selfie toaster. You can use the selfie toaster. You can find it at barntimpression.com. You can decide the design, and he will give you the toast with a face, with the logo, with special printing. Imagine your guests at the breakfast, and they are having this with the logo. Isn't it memorable? Even easier, we can use something like this. This is just a stencil on a cappuccino, or stencil on a cocktail. Imagine to do it for your brand. This idea, it's also stolen from art. This is just a super hydrophobic paint. So it's the paint that is used to make things hydrophobic. When it's dry, it's invisible. When it's wet, you'll see it. This way. Dry, you don't see anything. When it's wet, the design appears. I show you. This is how it works. Pretty easy, a fun surprise for the guest. Cost really less than you can imagine. Okay, novel is also about making something old, adding something to make it new. For example, this is just a DJ, but she made a DJ booth on a tricycle because it was in Amsterdam. It is the city of the bikes. We wanted to make it true, more true, but also different. Or you can do something using technology. For example, the iPad. This was a product launch. pretty easy. Okay, I think it's enough. You can also use your product. You are promoting something, why don't use it during the entertainment? Make it novel. In this case, this was powdered milk, just milk, and dance. It's the idea that is important. Or you can use the new technology with art. In this case, this was dance and video projections. The theme was the future. This is a show I personally produced. And in this case, they want to make something special for the guests. And we use the new technologies as video projections with dance. Okay, it's too long. Anyway, it was a new way to capture attention because it was novel. Okay, you can be novel with food. You can be novel presenting food in a different way. This sort of gown is a great idea, pretty easy. On the left, you can see a man with the food in a different station, like in a circus. And this was an exhibition. Or you can have a signature cocktail, a cocktail especially made for the event. It costs nothing, because probably you already have a barman there. Ask him to make a cocktail for you, and it is pretty easy. Give the people. In this case, the great idea was to put the recipe on the towels so they can bring it home and reproduce it. In the last few years, there is a rise of the molecular food, molecular bar, and indeed they are very interesting. In this case, this is a bar, a molecular bar, and in a molecular bar, the drinks change shapes or texture. They are smoking, they explode in your mouth. It's a new experience for all the people. Looks strange. That's why people love it. 3D printing. You know you can 3D print food. For example, this is a 3D printed sugar. This is just sugar. You can have a machine that makes these kind of things. Can you think of it? Or how you can use it? You can do also this kind of complex things with just sugar. It is just sugar. Isn't it impressive? This is made by Electrolux. It's a food printer, just for decorations. Do the decoration right on the dish, on the plate. Or this one is for making gummy bears. You can be novel with lighting. We know the lights that are used normally during any kind of events. Use something different. For example, on the left you can find that there are table lamps. Just table lamps. Great decoration. On the right there is a LED light inside a cone made of snowballs. Great. Or the light inside a trunk. Or several lights inside the woods. Use the light in a creative way. Or use the shadows. You can also use the shadows. Just the shadows is enough. It's great for imagination. In this case, this is a gobo. It's just the logo projected on a fog screen. This is a screen made out of fog, so people can pass through it. This is a static image, but you can also, of course, project video projection. It's pretty fun for old people. And then, of course, video mapping. Everyone is talking about video mapping nowadays. It can be used in many different ways. We are used to see it on the front, on the palaces or something like that, but you can do something more. For example, in this way, it was used just to shape the image on this cyclone-shaped fabric. This was made by an artist in Cambodia, and he just projected these kind of things on trees. It was impressive. In 2012, a stylist decided to experiment with video mapping on a dress. Last year, it was Jennifer Lopez who used this technique. I'll show you a little bit.
Here I go, feel better now, feel better now. Here I go, it's better now, feel better now. Do you remember when we fell under? Did you expect me to reason with thunder? I still remember when time was frozen. What seemed forever was just a moment. Hurry up, there's no more waiting. We're saving. Feel the light shining in the dark of night. Remember what we've all got. I know it's a long shot, but we're bringing it all back. We're bringing it all back. Feel the light shining like the stars.
Sorry to interrupt. You can find it online on YouTube or whatever. Just to show you how this technique can be used. Same technique on naked bodies. This was an exhibition for watches. And you can use it also on the table. This was a dinner, a gala dinner, lights on the table, video projection on each table, no centerpiece. The light was the centerpiece, the video projection was the centerpiece. And you can personalize each table. It is great for celebration. If you have some awarding completely novel. And on the table, a completely different approach. Table, different approach, different idea. Le Petit Chef. You order at the restaurant, you have to wait. This is what happened.
Bonjour, bienvenue. Oh.
So it's the same technique, but a different way to do it, to think about it. Okay. And now, finally, make it social. We are social creatures. We need to share. We want to share. We want to feel part of the event community, of course, but we want also to share with the people at home, with our relatives, with our friends. So we have to help people to make the event more social. Sometimes it's pretty easy. Photo booths are nothing new. And, well, sometimes you can make it more novel, adding some details. For example, in this case, there was a trampoline. Okay? Sometimes you don't know if it's socially acceptable to take pictures. So help the people, help the participants know it's a good moment. This is a very good way to show them, give them something that tells them, okay, it's okay to have a picture now. These kind of things, of course, can be produced. These were made by crowd science, but if you ask any printer, I do think they can do something like this. Or you can have an Instaprint machine. The Instaprint machine works this way. It finds out, you decide the hashtag, you set the hashtag on the machine, and any picture with that hashtag will be automatically printed. So you obtain a lot of results. First of all, people will put all the pictures online, and you will have them. They will share with the other people. This is the same machine, and this is the GIF machine. This make some short movie, very short. You put it there. People make a short 2 seconds video and put it online. Pretty easy. Sometimes you have completely different necessities, needs, and you can use something like Breezy. Breezy is a sort of hot air balloon with a camera on it, perfect for indoor events. I show you how it works. The fun thing about this Breezy technology and that it is completely fan controlled. People can use their phones to have the Breezy machine shot a picture. They can move it and they can share it. You see, they can control it. Great way to have more picture, more fun, more engagement. It's completely novel. Okay. Last but not least, Lily. Lily is a drone, new generation one, pretty unique because this drone is completely automatic. It will follow you. You just throw it into the air and it will follow you or precede you, you decide. It's a very good way to have feature for active events, outdoor events. If you got something special, if you want to have a group picture, you can just throw it, it will circle you and have a group picture. It doesn't cost that much. This is the tracking device. This is the device that is used by Lily to know where you are. Okay, so that's all. Make it true, make it engaging, make it novel, make it social, have fun in the process, and I'm sure you'll create really iconic events. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Dario Cherubino. Could you please
Thank you.
be with us on the stage for some questions from our audience? Thank you for wowing us with this global ideas. Very interesting. I'm wondering how much is the Lily cost?
I think it's about $700.
Wow.
Not that much.
นะคะเป็นไงคะเผื่อสนใจอยากได้ลิลลี่ไปใช้ในงานนะคะประมาณ$700เท่านั้นเองน่าสนใจมากๆตอนนี้นะคะท่านที่มีคำถามสำหรับคุณดาริโอนะคะวันนี้ท่านเอา global ideas มาให้เราได้ตื่นตาตื่นใจกันหลายอย่างน่าจะนำมาใช้ในงานในเมืองไทยได้นะคะตอนนี้คำถามอยู่ที่ลิซ่าแล้วนะคะ I have the questions from some of the students with me
Okay.
here now. You've talked about global ideas.
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit about local ideas like in Thailand. We have beautiful and rich cultures. So how can we be novel with our ideas by adding Thai cultures in our event to make our event different?
Okay. It's not an easy question, of course. But the point is, you have, when I start speaking about true and novel, true is about familiarity. Okay? Novel is about something different. It's never easy to do both at the same time, but it's very important. It's your job to find a way, especially if you have people participating from other country. They want to discover it, but even if there are people from another city, they want to discover your city. So you have to find that special thing they expect and they know, or make them know something. Make them discover something special about your place and find a way to make it more engaging and novel. Not easy, but can be done. For example, I do just an example because on the second floor I'd seen here, there is the Dolce & Gabbana shop. On the Dolce & Gabbana shop there are some puppets. These puppets are Sicilian one. I'm from Sicily. And these are an UNESCO World Heritage. So they are very important. And they are not easy to put these kind of things inside an event because this is a puppet show made only in Sicilian language. So it's not comprehensible even for the Italians. and it's very, very long. So we devised a very short version using video projection with on the screen just the wording in different languages. So this way, people can enjoy something local, something typical, but in a different way.
Thank you so much for your answer ท่านบอกว่าการเอาศิลปะวัฒนธรรมมาใส่ไว้ในอีเวนต์นะคะเพื่อให้แตกต่างเนี่ยทำได้นะคะท้าทายทีเดียวนะคะเป็นเรื่องยากแต่ว่าเป็นไปได้ถ้าก็ยกตัวอย่างหุ่นนะคะหุ่นเชิดพับเพชรอย่างของที่ซิซิลีนะคะก็มีการทำที่นั่นแล้วก็แม้แต่ในประเทศอิตาลีเองเนี่ยก็ไม่ได้ว่าเป็นที่รู้จักกว้างขวางมากแต่ว่าเราก็ต้องเหมือนย่อเรื่องนะคะหรือทำยังไงหาหนทางอย่างไรให้ศิลปะวัฒนธรรมเนี่ยเข้าถึงและคุ้นเคยได้สำหรับคนที่มาร่วมงานสำหรับคนไทยเองก็เหมือนกันนะคะเรามีศิลปะวัฒนธรรมมากมายเราจะทำอย่างไรให้อีเวนต์ของเราแตกต่างก็ต้องใช้หลักการที่ท่านบอกนะคะ true ก็คือเอาความจริงเอาสิ่งที่คนไทยคุ้นเคยหรือแม้แต่ชาวต่างชาติเขามองเมืองไทยเราเป็นอย่างไรพยายามดึงจุดที่เป็นจุดเด่นที่เข้าใจได้ง่ายที่สุดมาทำให้คนนั้นรู้สึกว่ามันเป็นสิ่งใหม่แล้วก็ดึงดูดได้อันนี้ท่านบอกเลยนะคะว่ายากแล้วก็เป็นหน้าที่ของเราเนี่ยแหละค่ะคนไทยที่จะทำยังไงออกมาให้ดึงดูดแต่เชื่อว่าเป็นสิ่งที่เป็นจุดหนึ่งที่ทำให้อีเวนต์น่าสนใจแน่นอนนะคะ so our second question will be less tough than the first one okay this question our students would like to know about ways to find inspirations so any ideas
yes
you'd like to share
a lot
นะคะมีแรงบันดาลใจได้อย่างไรมีหนทางไหนที่จะได้มาท่านจะได้เล่าให้ฟังนะคะ
ideas to have more ideas. Study a lot, read a lot, not only about the meeting industry. It's all about everything that surrounds you. So you have to be interested in new sciences, in psychology, in art, in exhibition, in whatever. Okay? This is the most important part, being curious. Please translate. I know it's a bit too much.
It's a long one.
Okay.
Yes, okay. ท่านบอกว่าก็แรงบันดาลใจจริงๆมีอยู่รอบตัวเรานะคะโดยเฉพาะน้องนักศึกษาเนี่ยก็อยากให้อ่านเยอะๆอ่านให้รอบด้านนะคะอย่าอ่านเรื่องใดเรื่องหนึ่งอาจจะไปงานที่เป็นงานอาร์ตงานแสดงต่างๆบ้างเพื่อหาความรู้ให้กับตัวเองเราจะได้เจอสิ่งใหม่ๆตลอดเวลา
Okay.
Please continue.
And second thing, I suggest you to mix and mingle with other professionals. I'm part, for example, of SITE, that is an international society of incentive excellence, and we do a lot of meetings, a lot of education, of field education. This is very important because you will be inspired by the other colleagues.
Thank you so much นะคะก็ร่วมงานเยอะๆนะคะแล้วก็เจอคนเยอะๆในหลากหลายอาชีพนะคะจะได้มุมมองที่หลากหลายแล้วก็พูดคุยถามเหมือนในงานของเราวันนี้ค่ะท่านจะได้ไอเดียใหม่ๆแรงบันดาลใจใหม่ๆค่ะ
Okay.
Ooh, we have more questions.
All done. I hope I know this one.
Okay, let me just read it briefly. Can you give an idea to make this event one step further? North Bangkok University student.
Which event?
With which event? Event ไหนคะที่อยากจะให้ก้าวต่อไป Event for Royal Paragon Hall ไหมคะ for instance?
More than this?
Even more than this. For the near future, what are the trends or what we should be tapping on?
The point is, I know what they have done, what they have prepared, and what you have not already seen. So I don't want to anticipate, but they are already great.
นะคะบอกว่าที่ทำอยู่ก็ดีอยู่แล้วปรบมือหน่อยได้ไหมคะ Thank you so much for the compliment. But anyway, we still want some suggestions from you. This is the final question.
Okay.
So what do you see in Thailand in terms of potential and our competitiveness in the MICE industry?
Okay. Internationally.
Okay.
I do believe Thailand is very competitive. It's fascinating. People from all around the world love Thailand. Whoever comes here loves Thailand. It's great. You got great food. You got great monuments. You got a great history. You got almost everything. The only thing you have to know how to present it. How to present it to international persons. Because another thing you have to know is persons from different nations want different things. So If you are talking to a Spanish or to an American, probably you have to change your presentation. But you already have everything. You have just know what to point out.
โอเคนะคะท่านบอกว่าเมืองไทยของเรามีทุกอย่างอยู่แล้วนะคะที่สร้างความตื่นตาตื่นใจดึงดูดให้ทั้งนักท่องเที่ยวหรือผู้จัดงานเนี่ยอยากจะเข้ามาประเทศไทยอยู่ที่ประเด็นสำคัญก็คือการนำเสนอเนี่ยแหละค่ะเราจะนำเสนองานหรือเรื่องราวอย่างไรให้ตรงกับความต้องการของกลุ่มผู้ชมงานของเราในแต่ละกลุ่มนั่นเองนะคะก็เชื่อว่าไม่ยากเกินความสามารถของคนไทยเอาละค่ะ my question this is easy question what's your favorite Thai food ชอบอาหารไทยอะไรคะ Have you tried any Thai food?
Yes, I've tried, but I have to try more. So ask me tomorrow.
Okay, you'll tell us more tomorrow. Okay, thank you so much. ขอเสียงประมือด้วยนะคะกับ Mr. Dario Cherubino. Thank you so much. Please remain on the stage because we would like to invite our special guest on the stage to offer you a token of appreciation. Welcome again on the stage, Mr. Thalun Teng. ขอเสียงประมือกับผู้บริหารของเราด้วยนะคะกรรมการผู้จัดการจาก Royal Paragon Hall จะได้มอบของที่ระลึกให้กับ guest speaker ท่านที่ 2 ของเรา Mr. Dario Cherubino นะคะวันนี้โอ้โหได้ความรู้มากมายเลยนะคะว่าในระดับสากลเนี่ยเขาทำอีเวนต์กันยังไงนะคะมีไอเดียอะไรที่เราน่าจะนำมาใช้ได้บ้างแม้แต่อีเวนต์เล็กๆอีเวนต์ใหญ่ๆระดับประเทศเนี่ยได้หมดเลยนะคะขอแค่เข้าใจความต้องการของผู้ที่มาชมงานแล้วก็นำเสนอออกไปให้ดีที่สุดนะคะ True Engaging Novel แล้วก็ Social ยุคนี้ปฏิเสธไม่ได้จริงๆขอเสียงปรบมือกับทั้ง2ท่านด้วยนะคะ Thank you so much once again Mr. Dario Cherubino Creative Director and Chief Experience Designer of Azimut และตอนนี้ขอเรียนเชิญผู้บริหารอีก1ท่านนะคะคุณนพรัตน์ค่ะขอเรียนเชิญกลับขึ้นมาบนเวทีถ่ายภาพร่วมกันอีกสักครั้งหนึ่งนะคะคุณนพรัตน์เมธาวีกุลชัยขอเสียงปรบมือด้วยค่ะท่านผู้อำนวยการสำนักงานส่งเสริมการจัดประชุมและนิทรรศการองค์การมหาชน TCEB นั่นเองนะคะNopparat will now join us for another photo session to mark this auspicious occasion of Royal Paragon Hall 10th anniversary at our special seminar today. นี่ก็คือสิ่งดีๆนะคะในโอกาสครบรอบ 10 ปี Royal Paragon Hall ที่เราจัดขึ้นให้กับทุกท่านเอาไปต่อยอดไอเดียความคิดสร้างสรรค์กันนะคะรับรองว่าเราจะมีงานแบบนี้ออกมาอีกเรื่อยๆอย่างแน่นอนนะคะให้งานออกมาได้สมบูรณ์แบบที่สุดสร้างความประทับใจให้กับทุกท่านที่มาร่วมงานนั่นเองนะคะ Our seminar Trend Creative for Iconic Events is part of the Royal Paragon Hall's 10th anniversary celebration has come to an end and thank you so much to all guest speakers ขอเสียงประมืออีกครั้งหนึ่งด้วยค่ะ Thanks again for coming all the way from Italy here to Thailand and I hope you enjoy the rest of your stay here and especially Thai food and Thai people ขอบคุณทุกท่านนะคะขอบคุณคุณทารุณเทงด้วยคุณนพรัตน์ด้วยนะคะ Thank you so much please take your seat ถึงช่วงสุดท้ายจริงๆแล้วนะคะหวังว่าจะอิ่มเอมนะคะดิฉันในฐานะพิธีกรนั่งฟังไปด้วยก็ตื่นตาตื่นใจนะคะเห็นว่าเทคโนโลยีเนี่ยมีส่วนสำคัญจริงๆในการจัดงานแล้วก็เชื่อว่าเมืองไทยเราพร้อมจริงๆนะคะรองรับงานทุกรูปแบบแล้วก็ด้วยความเป็นคนไทยความเป็นประเทศไทยนี่แหละค่ะคือเสน่ห์มากๆที่คนจะอยากมาจัดงานในบ้านเราเพราะฉะนั้นก็หวังว่าเราจะร่วมมือกันเป็นทีมเวิร์คที่สำคัญนะคะจะได้จัดงานดีๆแบบนี้เป็นแบบไอคอนิกอีเวนต์ให้ทั่วโลกได้ตื่นตาตื่นใจกันอีกอย่างต่อเนื่องเลยนะคะวันนี้ต้องขอบคุณแขกผู้มีเกียรติทุกท่านค่ะ On behalf of Royal Paragon Hall I would like to thank you all honorable guests all students for joining us this afternoon. I hope that you find your time well spent with us and hope to see you again in our next occasion. I'm Elizabeth Sadler, Lina Nushai have been your host. Have a pleasant afternoon. วันนี้ลิซ่าหมดหน้าที่แล้วนะคะพบกันใหม่ในโอกาสต่อไปและยินดีกับ Royal Paragon Hall ในโอกาสครบรอบ 10 ปีด้วยสวัสดีค่ะ